Hello there! It's time for a new season of Fortnite Battle Royale. A big old hole has opened up and changed the island forever, and it's packed with tons of secrets, mysteries, and story updates. I'm Adamaru, here is my code. Please be sure to have someone's creator code in before buying the Battle Pass. Anyway, let's do this. Chapter 4, Season 3, Wilds. The massive crater has opened up, replacing parts of the farmland, the woodlands, and the winter biome with a sunken ancient civilization to explore. And instantly, Fortnite's new story direction hits us in the face as we find this IO campsite. This is now the home of the never-aging Imagined Order agent, Sloan. The reports of her death are greatly exaggerated. Story time. Back in Chapter 3, the Imagined Order, led on the field by Sloan, were set to use the Collider to eliminate all life on the island. To counter this, the Seven recalled Paradigm to the team and resprayed the giant mech and fought back. After the Collider fell into the ground, we had one final boss battle with Sloan and her tank, until this happened.
Any last words, Jones?
Look out?
Sloan was yeeted out of existence. Looking closely enough, you'll see that Sloan is able to close the tank exit, and somehow she landed in this new but very old place. And scattered around the island are audio recordings of the things she's found.
I think you know that it takes a little more than dropping a tank on me to take me out. I have a plan, but I'll need to move fast. The key to all of this is the people who left this jungle behind.
Sloan has already spotted us and is keeping tags on us all, but what is she really looking for? This season is all about the secrets of that crater. Surprisingly, Sloan is a passive NPC unless fired upon first. It's almost like she's given up on the Imagined Order for something bigger, a power never seen before. We'll talk more about that in a dedicated story video. Down here in the jungle biome, another location can be found that doesn't quite fit the time period. A crashed plane has become a village, showing us that at least 3 modern-day expeditions have found this long-lost civilization. Sloan and her tank, the village plane site, and now to these guys, a military-grade company, a highly funded group searching for artifacts of this new jungle biome. The level of detail in their home base is really impressive, with a dedicated mechanics garage, fuel depot, and high-tech surveillance. And do you recognise that logo? It's the same one we saw on the tents at the end of last season as the earthquakes hit the island. The main focus of this new biome are the ancient tombs scattered throughout, temples and crypts everywhere. Some demand offerings to obtain their secrets within, while the main temple holds the sign of the Autobots. Just like the trailer told us a few days ago, it's a real location in-game. So I thought I'd jump into replay mode to look what's inside that vault. And yeah, there's nothing at all. Well, at least not yet. This temple has already been found, and look, it's that symbol again. Those guys are absolutely everywhere. But if there is so many of them, where are they now? Why have they vanished? Something sinister is going on. If you're wondering how important Optimus Prime is to the story of Fortnite, take time to sit in a vehicle and listen to the radio, and eventually you'll hear Prime attempting to talk to you.
Greetings. My name is Optimus Prime. If you are hearing this message, the time has come to make your escape. This reality is doomed to collapse, but hope is not yet lost. I cannot sustain this broadcast for much longer. Listen, and more will follow.
Just like Galactus and the Avengers, the Transformers are going to be officially in Fortnite lore. Looks like we're saving reality again. Hopefully the Decepticons will try and take over this place. But anyway, Optimus is coming.
I am coming.
The next thing I knew I had to find this season was the Zero Point. At the start of the chapter, it was sealed away underground. We guessed it was in this very Zero Point looking vault, as it made certain sounds to confirm that. Yet now, it's totally gone, replaced with this monument instead. And inside lies a crystal tear which can be picked up in-game. Searching slightly more inland, it's possible to find this orb. I don't know about you, but that looks very much like a Zero Point to me. or at least a representation of it. We know that these guys like statues, so this really could just be a stone replica of the real thing. Yet, if we get close enough and tell our squad to shut their faces for a moment, this thing makes 0 point sounds. It's like a gurning whale. Could this actually be the petrified remains of the 0 point? Meaning the story this season could be about who will awaken it and claim its power as their own. I mean, we've had a season dedicated to the origins of the Imagined Order and the Ageless, so why not make this season about the 0 point? And I get the feeling that Agent Sloan has turned her back on the IO and instead pursues power for herself. Oh, this is interesting. Whilst in replay mode, it's possible to find multiple Autobot points. These aren't live on the map yet, or at least for me they aren't, so likely this is a sneak peek at next week's activities, or maybe the next update. What I was actually doing here was looking for movement around the map. Fortnite has a tendency of putting vehicles in a line to show you the direction of the next update coming next time around. And they've done it again this time. It's possible to find convoys, 4 or 5 vehicles deep, moving around the island, expanding their home base. This convoy in particular uses a reboot van to tow goods around. By following the road, it appears they are visiting the temple next to the 0 point next, which means the next update should continue the storyline. Away from the hole, the map changes continue, such as at some of the old medieval turret-style castles, under a few of them are now a vault, with a wildcard character and henchmen moving around to protect them. And like always, the vault cards reveal a ton of loot and gold for you and your squad. A map change I was not expecting comes about where those monoliths are. We had 3 at the end of last season, yet 2 of those big buggers have now gone, vanished forever. Their importance may never be known. I double checked the original is still there, and it is, and it's happy, and it's still indestructible. But where did number 2 and 3 go? Is this an epic error, or they just decided to take the storyline another direction? The new jungle biome has ripped apart many POIs to take their place. The frozen makeshift igloo that the Tilted Towers clock found itself in has been smashed to pieces, but somehow that structure completely refuses to stay down. It now stands proud, frozen above the jungle biome. It's still missing a few sections from that time we had a scrap with AIO, but this Tilted Towers icon cannot be destroyed. Our first mission of the season has us snooping around and reading notes. Be sure to read them before you steal them, by the way. And that will unveil an ancient relic once owned by Aurelia herself, the Queen of Gold. We haven't seen her since Lara Croft visited the game when she was Tomb Raiding. This season seems to be like a game of Tomb Raider or Uncharted, as the modern day lore is entwined with mythical deities from a time forgotten. Fortnite is evolving. This season looks like a good one. I'm Adam, you're awesome. I'll see you next time. Oh, yo, and this is the umbrella for winning. One and only win for the season is done. See ya.